Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. We are going to be talking about the Sephora Summer Sale. This is actually my second time filming this because the first time there was no audio, but that is user error. So we are okay now, we're up and running. I hope you can hear me. And we're going to be talking about the summer sale. So every time this sale comes back, I feel like time has flown by. The last one was in April where VIB Rouge members get 20% off and then VIB members get 15% off. Well, now here's another sale and another opportunity for us to save some money. So real quick, I'm going to go through the dates here. If you are a VIB Rouge member, you get 20% off from August 19th through August 27th, and this is for the 2019 sale. But as long as these products still are available and you're watching this in the future, this is definitely still a relevant one. And then if you are a VIB member, you get 15% off, which is still really good, from August 20th through August 27th. So you just wait an extra day. And I'm gonna be doing this by going through all the products that I use pretty much every single day, and I feel like that is the best way for me to really recommend something to you and to show that I really do love this product. I'm not just saying it. I'm not, a new user of it and I've only been using it for about a week. No, these are things I've been using for a very long time. One thing I do want to bring up just and get out of the way is I got this one product, and the reason why I'm bringing this up right away is I just want to know if any of you out there have also tried this, and if you have any thoughts on it, I'd love to hear from you. But this is something you can get at Sephora, and it's pretty inexpensive. This is the Ordinary Multi-Peptide Serum for Hair Density. So as I put my hair up like this, and it's something that happens because when a girl's got to put her hair up, girl's got to put her hair up. My hairline was not always looking like this. I feel like I'm getting like major receding hairline. And I got this, I haven't tried it yet, but it's supposed to make this area look thicker or your hair overall look thicker. It does have good reviews online, but I thought I'd throw it out there because it is available at Sephora, but I also wanted to know from you guys if anybody has used it. I know it's a very specific product. There's probably very little chance that anyone has used it. But, I'm in my 30s, this stuff happens. I thought I'd bring it up because it's not all sunshines and rainbows, So this is in no particular order. I'm going to start off with concealer because I got a dynamic duo here that I do recommend. You can get them at Sephora, and it is NARS, Radiant Creamy Concealer, and this is the, I think, Soft Matte. Right? The Soft Matte Complete Concealer, and I get both of these in Creme Brulee. This is new to my makeup bag, and I love it. This covers up almost everything that this cannot. So this is what I use under my eyes and in just certain areas where I want a little extra coverage after my foundation. And then this is what I put on all the trouble areas. And my skin has been pretty problematic recently. Out of nowhere, I have rosacea, is what I'm pretty sure it is. I haven't gone to a dermatologist yet to talk about it, but pretty sure I have rosacea now, which is fun. And there are going to be some spots that I need a little extra coverage on, and this really does the trick. Not to say that right now when you're looking at my face, it's going to be flawless, because I don't think that's ever going to happen. But I also just don't like to look super cakey. But this does cover up more than I ever expected, and I really appreciate it, so I love that. And the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer has been around for a long time. I've been using it for years. I can't even imagine how many I've repurchased at this point. Yeah, I love this. And then going along with the theme of coverage, my go-to foundation that I talk about all the time, I mentioned it in my last video, it is Dior Forever. I use it in 1.5N, 1.5N, which is neutral. And this is a great light to medium foundation. Light to medium foundation. They do have one, I think, that's more of a glowy version, but I do use the one that leans more matte, I think it is. But yeah, I love this guy. I don't want to talk about it too much because I've mentioned it a lot already, but I want to throw that in because I use it every day. Next up, this is probably the one thing that I would recommend anytime you can get it on sale. And this is the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Diffused Light. I do also recommend Ethereal Light and Dim Light and some of their blushes, and I haven't tried a bronzer yet. I do really want to try a bronzer. Actually, I wonder if I should put that on my wish list. I totally forgot about it. But yes, I love Diffused Light. It is a pale yellow. I use it under my eyes in this area to clean up my bronzer sometimes, and it is just a staple in my life. And I've used this repeatedly for years, and I repurchased it probably 2 or 3 times, and I do hit pan on it every time I purchase this. The thing with ambient lighting powders is it's not a really obvious thing. It's not like you can swatch it and you instantly see something. It's very subtle. It's really hard to detect on the skin, but that's what I love about it. It's almost like this lit from within type thing. It's not a full-on glow because it's not a highlighter. I mean, they do have highlighters, but these aren't really highlighters. They all do different things, right? Diffused light, dim light. It's supposed to take on what your skin would look like or what your face would look like in those lights, in that kind of a lighting environment. That's the purpose of this powder, and I love them so much. They are expensive, so that is why I say if you're gonna wait to get them, really the Sephora sale is the time. If you're looking for a brow product for the sale, I still love the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer. So the Brow Wiz is also great, but this is the thicker tip. This is more like a triangular tip, and I do love this to quickly fill in the brows, and I use it in Ebony. Another brow pencil though that I go back and forth with sometimes is the e.l.f. brow pencil. So I really love that one just as much as I love this one. So if you really want to save your money, go ahead and get the brow pencil by e.l.f., the one in the white tube or the white pencil. But this one has some more shade options really than the e.l.f. one, and I just really recommend that. And then for my eyeliner, the one that I use every day on my lower lash line is Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil in Demolition. Yes, yeah, Demolition. This is a matte brown, and I just smudge it on the lower lash line. I smudge it out even more with a brush or a Q-tip, and then I will set it with a matte brown eyeshadow so that it really stays in place. And for the most part, it really does not smudge under the eyes. It is my go-to pencil aside from one from Maybelline that I really like. So I definitely recommend this one. And then last but not least, this is something that is talked about so much on Instagram, on YouTube, and it's for a good reason. It is the Laneige Lip Sleepy Mask. I have 2 of these, one in my makeup bag, one in my bathroom. And then I also have the tube. I don't have it with me right now. It's in my handbag, but I do recommend the tube version for this sale, and I get it in the shade or the flavor Berry, which is very similar to this one. This is what I put on at the end of the day, and I wake up in the morning and my lips are still really hydrated, and it really helps out my dry lips. I haven't really had any dry lip issues recently because I have been making sure that I put this on religiously, and I also put it on in the morning, and it is the best lip mask or lip balm that I could possibly ever ask for. So I will talk about this all the time when it comes to recommendations at Sephora. This is definitely worth the money. Honorable mentions here, I don't use these every single day, but I love this lip combo, and it's both Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. So Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk lip pencil and the lipstick. I love this combo. It is today's lipstick of choice for me, and I love the scent of these Charlotte Tilbury lipsticks as well. This is a great combo. There's a reason why a lot of people talk about Pillow Talk. So if you want a very nice pinky nude, this is my go-to combo when it comes to higher end. I still, of course, love Milani and a lot of drugstore lipsticks, and pretty much Milani is like my everyday one, but if I was going to give an honorable mention and a lip product here for the Sephora sale, it would be these. So now we're going to move on to my wish list. So don't get too excited because there are only 4 things on my wish list, because at this point in my life, I have been so picky about what I'm going to spend my money on. I am not getting a bunch of things to have a Sephora haul or an Ulta haul at this point in my life. Maybe down the road again, I may change and I might start doing all of that again, but right now I'm being really careful about the products that I bring into my life because I felt so anxious before when I was buying the new palette that would come in. You know, like the holiday palettes especially. Oh my gosh, I would just want to buy everything that was limited edition. And it was kind of scary, the amount of money I was spending on that stuff. And then also like, where was I going to put all of that? You know, when I was posting pictures on Instagram of my bigger makeup collection, it was just too much. So do I still buy stuff? Yeah, I do. I still buy stuff, but I am way more careful and I do think about my purchases a lot more. So that's my whole spiel before we get into the 4 products on my Sephora wish list today. So not very exciting, but you know, I want to be that person on YouTube for anybody out there who is just looking for someone who also may be trying to save money a little bit and not buy a lot of stuff. That's just me. So anyway, moving on. So first up, this is something that I keep chickening out on. I wanted to buy it in the last sale, and every time I tell myself it's not worth the money or I don't want to spend that kind of money, and it is a Jo Malone cologne. So this is the Jo Malone Blackberry and Bay. Please tell me if you have purchased this, what you think of it, and if I should buy it, because every time I have it in my shopping cart, I think, is it really worth $70 for that little container? And then if you get a full size, it's like 100 plus, and it's just too much in my opinion. But I've been wanting to try Jo Malone truly for a long time. I've gotten samples before of the Peony and Blush Suede. I did not like it. I don't really like that kind of a strong floral scent. And I've gotten samples before of the Nectarine and Honey Blossom, or Nectarine and something. I love that one. But when I tried Blackberry and Bay in stores, I really liked it. So that is on my wish list. Let's see if I chicken out this time. This next one is very practical and it really doesn't need an explanation. It is the Jack Black Oil-Free Sun Guard Sunscreen. It has good reviews. It seems like it might not irritate my skin, but at this point it's like, who freaking knows, because now I have rosacea and it's like, why? So I don't know. I might chicken out of that one too, but I figured it might be good for me to get a nice oil-free sunscreen. The next one is the Clinique Dramatically Different Gel, or moisturizing gel. So this is what I used to use before I moved on. So now I'm using a Peter Thomas Roth oil-free moisturizer. I do like it, but because of my flare-ups recently with my skin, I've been thinking I should just go back to the basics from like years ago when my skin was okay. I kind of want to go back to those types of products. And when I was using this Clinique one, I used to think, well, I'm, going to be in my 30s. I should probably move up or graduate to a moisturizer that does more for my skin. And so I did, and I'm having all these problems. So I don't know if this is going to be the solution, but I just feel like it might not hurt if I went back to my basics. So that is why I'm throwing this one into the mix. So this one I'm not going to chicken out on. I really do need to get this one. I still have a sample size of this, so in the last couple days I switched back to it, and I feel like my skin is less red. So it might be working. And then the last thing is a concealer. So this is the Benefit Boing Cakeless Concealer. This has good reviews. In my last video I talked about how I'm not really interested in trying a bunch of different foundations. So concealer, not that I'm trying a bunch of different concealers, but there's a part of me that is still curious about concealers. I'm not looking to put it everywhere. I just kind of want to focus it like in the inner under eye area, and I want to see if it's good. So I'm thinking about getting it. So that's on my wish list. It does look really good. I know that Urban Decay recently came out with a Stay Naked concealer. I'm not really interested in that one. I've seen some posts about it, and I mean, I like the idea of it, but yeah, I don't know. I haven't really been curious about that one as much as this Benefit one, so I think I'm gonna try this one, but we'll see. So that's it, guys. This was my take 2 of my Sephora list of recommendations and things that are on my wish list. Very short wish list, but I'd love to know from you guys if you are on the same page in terms of spending. Are you looking to kind of downsize and buy less during these sales? Because it's really hard sometimes to think, you know, maybe you don't need it just because it's on sale. I do think, though, that the Hourglass powder is worth it for a sale if you know, were to ask me. But everything else, you know, it's sometimes tough because I was looking at some other things like a Fenty lipstick. I've never tried anything Fenty, so I've thought about that. Pat McGrath I've thought about because I've never tried anything from that line, and I don't know, I'm just thinking it's kind of overwhelming. And also, would I buy those things at full price? That's the question I tend to ask myself. If I were to buy, or if I had to buy this at full price, would I? And with a lot of these products, I would say yes. And then it's just an added bonus. It's a cherry on top when you can get it on sale. So that's just my thoughts on this sale. I would love to know from you guys if you are going to be getting anything, what is on your wish list, and if you are also thinking about your hairline receding like me, or if it's just me. It's probably just me. But being a little too honest, and I just wanted to throw that out there because it's on my mind. I'm self-conscious about it, and I'm really hoping that this works. Okay, so yeah, hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys again later. Bye!